Okay. Hey, so I'm cooking some more food this week. What we're gonna be doing, oh, I wrote this down. All right, so I found this recipe for some really cool way to do some Brussels sprouts. I got a whole bunch of these Brussels sprouts left that I gotta cook up. So there's not too many recipes out there about different ways of cooking them. So I was thinking let's go something a little bit more Asian flavored. So I found this recipe called Kung Pao, and I'm changing it to Kung Ben because it seems more fitting, right? So we're gonna do some of those. We got these lion's mane again that I absolutely love. Delicious. So this time I'm gonna cook them with a little bit of this truffle salt and garlic. I forgot what I was using to make it. And then I got these golden oysters that I'm gonna cook up with some green onions and make like a little stir fry, kind of like a little roast saute out of it. I don't know, it's gonna go with some rice, it's okay. And then stuffed salmon, provolone meals, HEB, thank you. And steamed broccoli, like always, because it's a great side. And then I got these little mushrooms. So, check these little guys out. They drop their spores, so they got kind of like this film all over the top of them, kind of like a little dusty on it. It's pretty neat. They're getting a little dry because they've been in the refrigerator for a couple of days, a little cold. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna make a stir fry out of that. So I'm gonna rinse them because I'm gonna get this dirt off of it. There's a little bit of dirt left in the bottom of here from where they're growing at. So I'm just gonna cut that off. Where are the scissors? Then I'm gonna cook it up with these bell peppers and a little bit of this onion over here. So for the sauces, what I'm gonna do is I was thinking about it and I was like, all right, let's make something up. So I'm using this tamarind soy sauce, some mirin, which is just basically rice wine vinegar, pure sesame oil. I'm shaking it too high, you can't even see it here. Let's see if I get you a little closer. That looks about good. And then we're gonna use some good old-fashioned sriracha, sesame seeds. That's what I got going for that. The roasted potatoes that I got over here, these roasted potato guys, I'm about to lose an onion, just lost an onion. We're gonna use it with this thyme, rosemary, and some smoked paprika. All right, and I am hungry. So let's get started. So I took a picture, but it didn't work. All right, so I was gonna finish chopping everything up before I showed you guys my progress, but I didn't. So I'm just gonna update you real quick and throw some stuff in the steamer. So I got the broccoli cut. I left the stems on long so it would give, more substance. And then because I'm making a stir fry, I also needed to use the bottom, well, I didn't need to use it, but the stalk pieces of the broccoli, because most of the broccoli is stalk anyways, if you actually pay attention to what it is. Like, look, there's barely any flour. It's just a stalk that gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. So I took the thick stalk that had none of the flour on top of it, and I chopped those up in the same size that I did the bell peppers. And I did this whole thing about talking about bell peppers and how to chop them and blend them up in different ways, and talked a little bit about that stuff, but I'm sure you don't care. So we're gonna move from broccoli to steamer, which is back there, and then cut some more stuff and put it in the thing being the oven. Hey. Okay, so I cut up those potatoes and I made them like, quarter and eight is what I'll call it. Also cut up the onion over here. We gotta get that going. We started the broccoli already. I'm gonna get this little bit of olive oil in here, then we'll put them on a sheet pan back here, and then we're gonna pop them in the oven for 425 for 25 minutes. I don't know, until they just look and feel done. The sweet potatoes are gonna get like this weird skin on the outside of them, and so will the potatoes. the red potatoes. So are the red potatoes, man. Then we put the paprika, rosemary, and thyme on it. So oil, toss them again, put them on the sheet pan, and we're good to go. Okay, so check this out. So I just put those potatoes in, and we're gonna cook those at 425 for about, what did I say, 25 minutes? I don't know, it's got a timer on. Then just pulled the broccoli off the steamer too. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you the texture, and I left the fork back there. Be right back. I got the fork. All right, so I like the texture, still crispy, because these are gonna be reheated later in the microwave. We wanna keep them, you know, as par steamed as possible. All right, I'm gonna get these in an ice bath to stop the cooking process and chop up some more stuff to put in the oven. All right, so I just added in the mushrooms. These are the yellow oyster mushrooms and the lion's mane mushrooms. So what I did is I added some butter and some vegetable oil on the bottom of the pan. Then I added in some garlic, and now I'm just heating it up and letting it basically cook down. All right, so now we're working on the next little stir fry over here. We got the vegetables cut already, and what I'm gonna do next is I'm going to mash up these cashews. These are gonna go with our Brussels sprouts. Okay, so also, we just put the salmon in the oven, almost forgot about it, and moved the Brussels sprouts down to the bottom rack down there. So we set a timer. Backwards timer. It's pretty cool, right? So what we're doing now is we're getting the stir fry ready. Gonna use vegetable oil, kicking it on, and we'll get the stir fry. Get the stir fry knocked out. About the same time we pull the salmon out. So we should be able to plate everything pretty much temperature-wise that we'd want to eat. But with the broccoli, it's not going to be the right temperature. That's the reheating thing I talked about. All right, so check this out. So I finished cooking, and parts of this I showed you guys. Other parts I'll show you later. You'll learn it on your own as long as you keep cooking. You just learn this stuff. So we just pulled the salmon out, and at the same time we pulled the salmon out, stir fry's done, these mushrooms are done, and the Brussels sprouts come out of the oven at the same time. You can't really see it. So what we're going to do next, we're going to plate these. Got my fresh cut vegetables as well. Back here we got green onion, cilantro. I'm going to use those on top as I plate them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to plate these right now, take pictures of them to put on Instagram, and then probably eat. So I'll show you the pictures for Insta, all right? Hey, okay, so I just figured this out. I gotta tell you guys so you know what we're cooking. Here's my little menu cheat sheet. We got 2 salmon, potatoes, and Brussels sprouts, which is this right here. So we gotta have a piece of the salmon with some potatoes and Brussels sprouts, potatoes, and red sweet potatoes. Oh, okay. And then, that was complicated for some reason. Then we're gonna have the mushrooms, a little bit of the rice that I have back here, the rice, and broccoli. Then we're gonna do the same thing with the stir fry, but we're gonna have 3 stir fries. All right, check this out. Let's see how this tastes. All right, I'm excited for this. I'm excited first for the break. I'm hungry. Awesome. I know the broccoli's good. All right, this is good. Let's plate the next one. All right, so I just finished plating this one. This is what we got. Well, I have to take him off because that fell off. This is what we got. Let's taste it out. All right, so just finished plating this one also. I got stuffed salmon with those cashew honey sriracha Brussels sprouts with some of these sweet potatoes and red potatoes. So this is the next one. Okay, so I got the food done now. Let me show you what we got. We ended up getting the, so we ended up putting one of the salmons in here with the Brussels sprouts and those potatoes. I got one of those. And then we got one of the mushrooms with rice, again with the potatoes and the Brussels sprouts. And then we got 3 of those stir fries, put some broccoli in there with that rice. And then we got 4 of these Brussels sprouts with potatoes, except for this one, doesn't have any left. I'll probably put some from the actual plate that I had, and then 2 of those. So I'm gonna finish getting cleaned up here, and thanks for hanging out.